final pair of lovely buddies, my dear friend Roselin, who loves drawing, reading, and taking care of plants, and Prisha, a lover of music and an active participant in debates.
Hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Prisha Suresh from the US Pragnya team. It's really nice to see all of you, or at least see all of your little floating heads on my computer screen. This summit, it's been wonderfully planned thanks to the Xceedibles and the Pragnya team. And it's about leadership. But before I delve into my partner's leadership story, I'd like you to see my partner, Roselin Koshy, through my eyes. So we became partners. We got each other's phone numbers, planned out our stories, set up our meeting, and I wasn't sure what to expect. Can two people in completely different environments have a conversation without awkward gaps and pauses? We're going to have different thoughts, ideas, interests, and I didn't want to come off as someone who was ignorant. So we get on a Google Meet call and we begin discussing. And let me tell you, I have never felt so at home with a complete stranger before. Within a few moments, all of that anxiety that I had before, completely gone. As I met up with Roselin, she had this incredible feeling of kindness and comfort. We had such a pleasant conversation, and by the end of 30 minutes, someone's speaking.
Okay. Someone is excited here. Let's find out who's that. Yeah. Yes, Prisha, please continue.
Well, as I was saying, by the end of probably only 30 minutes, she had gone from a complete stranger to a friend. I have never seen her in person before. I've never even known her name before this event. And now I care about her interests, her family, her day. What an incredible superpower that is. Moving on to her story, we're going to be following Roselin as a college student walking home. She sees a crowd of noise and people, and in the middle, a poor injured dog. She wanted to go home, she wanted to sleep and ignore it, but she just couldn't. While all of these people were standing around, she was the only one who decided to take any sort of action. She took the lead, she went to the dog. At first, people just stood and watched as a college student tried to save this dog. But it only takes one before the floodgates start to open. More and more people, they start jumping in, they cool the dog down, they keep it calm, they start calling people who can help. Even the children watching decided that they could talk to the dog, maybe make it happy. In a combined effort that took nearly an hour, they were able to get this dog to safety. And now it has a home. One thing which Roselin made sure to note in her story is that every time something needed to be done, everyone looked to her for guidance. And she was able to connect people of all ages and coordinate for a single effort. I'd like to ask, what made Roselin a leader? Some people might say confidence, responsibility, respect. Well, these were definitely fundamental to her success. I would say the first and foremost quality we need to take away from this is kindness. The ability to make your team feel relaxed and comfortable in your presence. The ability to connect with others with a few words and a smile. To give instructions and for people to follow without hesitation because they trust you. I saw it the first time I had the pleasure of speaking with her, and that crowd on that day must have seen it too. Roselin is a born leader because of her ability to care and to connect. I know we could all use more people like her in the world. So I'd like you guys to ask yourselves, are you being your best, Roselin? That's all I've got for today, so I'm going to pass it on to my partner.
I am awestruck. We completely kept this like a surprise and we did not share anything with each other because we wanted this to be a show. Like, I think this would be like a gratitude for each other. So my name is Roselin and I am from the Xceedibles team and my partner is Prisha, as you saw the wonderful little girl here. I would like to start my reflection on Prisha's story by sharing a video. Ma'am, could you play the video?
Yes. Just give me a moment. Just a minute. Is it audible? Can you, okay, just a minute, just a minute. Yeah, 1 minute. I figured it out. Just a minute.
Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Prisha. She was really talented, dynamic, very enthusiastic, friendly, and she was a percussionist. She, along with a group of friends, founded a project called as Project Power of the Boys that deals with the youth for public speaking. She really was into music, loved business, and was looking forward to do marketing. Interesting little girl. She was also a part of her school's orchestra team and she was termed as the section leader. Now, the section leader is somebody who's really good at a particular section, and thus she was the section leader of the percussionist team. Really interesting. But this also came with a lot of responsibilities, some of which was delegation of the work, movements of the drums, replacement of instruments if needed, passing on information, and also coordinating with the team. This was her first time. She was really anxious, worried, and did not know what to do. She was only in the ninth grade and dealing with members 3 to 4 years elder than her. But she only grew in time and grew in her role. But one day, her group had to perform for the graduation day, and she did not know what to do. She was anxious. She started panicking, and she was also very afraid. She was helter-skelter and did not know how to manage a team. This was her first time, and thus she had to ask for help. But she always thought that asking help was a sign of a bad leader. But in time, she only grew more anxious, more worried, and did not know what to do. But at the right time, her team came to her rescue and they told her that they had her back. They told her that they were understanding her communication and her conversation, and thus the graduation ceremony was a great success. This is just a sign that teamwork really plays a very, very big role. Look at Prisha standing strong with her team.
I have written a little poem to summarize my entire learnings that I have learned from Prisha's story. And here it goes. Dear Prisha, you were naive yet strong. You were new yet you knew. You were unfamiliar but not confused. You are a stock of humility, humbleness, kindness, and a true guide to leadership, I must say. You believed in yourself. You showed others what courage really meant. You displayed the art of never giving up. Yes, it may have been difficult, but you still chose to fall back. You taught me that leaders can sometimes lean, falling back can sometimes make you rise, trusting others can make things all right, and a team will sometimes get you really, really shining bright. Thank you. There is a similarity between me and Prisha, which I realized when I read her story, which I am very hesitant to ask for help. And when I read Prisha's story, I knew how, she asked for help, and she not only proved, she not only proved herself to her team, but her team also proved it to her. She's also taught that, it's not always that the team should rely on the leader, but sometimes it's okay for the leader to rely on the team as well. And yes, I'm really glad for Xceedibles and Pragnya team to give me such a wonderful friend. She's, I think the destiny just had to make me meet her. Thank you so much.
This was a really enjoyable experience. We actually have a lot of things in common, which is really cool. We texted a lot after we met, so thank you so much for the opportunity and for a new friend.
Well, the warmth that both of you exude, I don't have to remind you, or I don't even have to advise you that please continue this relationship and let it go, continue this friendship and let it go as far as it can take you. And your presentation, mind-blowing. I mean, look at it. We started with Netra and Saloni with an awesome presentation, and each of the 10 buddies took us to various facets of presentation. And then we are ending at the high note with Prisha and Roselin giving this wonderful, and what I really liked was you guys presented it without letting each other know. Am I right?
We coordinated like the basic ideas of what we were going to do, but we thought the final product would be a little bit of a surprise for each other. I'm shocked.
And you know what? No. And you know what? This takes courage. It takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of mutual trust. Kudos to both of you. I mean,